Hey friends, Dan Brzezowski here with another simple breakfast, a lean muscle, high energy, fat burning, muscle building breakfast. No excuse. No excuse not to eat right, even if you're in a hurry. So with this breakfast, I'm going to show you the most simplest way to do it, and then something where you can add more for more variety and flavor. So the first thing we want to do in here is half a cup of oatmeal. Okay, today I've got Quaker Oats only. I usually buy an off-brand, it's cheaper, but when I went to the store, anyway, they didn't have it, so I've got that. So now with that oatmeal in there, we know we've got plenty of carbohydrate in there. Half a cup will give you 5 grams of protein in there also. Okay, so I've got my carbohydrate in there for energy. I've got fiber in there. I've actually got have protein in there also. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I want to add water. Now, when I add the water to this, I want to make sure that it's what you're going to call really soupy. Okay, so I don't want to add just a little bit, like say that much, because by the time I cook this, it's going to be dry. I want to make it look like this. Now, first you're saying, "Oh man, Dan, that's just too much water," but it's not. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in the microwave for about 2 minutes. That should do it. Depends on how cold your water is and what kind of microwave you have. 2 minutes should cook this up. Some people would need less time on there. Some people need more time. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in right now. Okay, so now from this water and the oatmeal, I have at least 27 grams of carbohydrate. I have around 4 or 5 grams of fiber in there. I've got 5 grams of protein in there, and I have plenty of water. And we know that the human body needs a lot of water. Okay, so that helps move the soluble and insoluble fibers through the body. Now, the big thing here that turns most people off is taste. There's no taste right now. That's tasteless. So that's why you use one of 3 different. You put protein in there. So I'm going to tell you, I use my protein powder here, and in 1 scoop of my protein powder, I end up having 25 grams of protein. So now in here, we know protein, we have to have the protein, right? So now in there, I now have 30 grams of protein, if not more. Now this is really hard to hold this camera at the same time as doing this. But you can see why I made this soupy, because the protein's going to absorb the water. Now, because most people eat to live instead of live to eat, taste is everything to them. If it doesn't taste good, they are not going to eat it, okay? I just happen to have one of my proteins here. I have the vanilla out, but really kids like, and actually I even like the chocolate, but more than that, I like my strawberry protein in there. When you do that, this tastes really good. And then you can also, if you want, cut up and or add banana and apple. One of the 2 of them, okay? Or both of them. You know, be creative. And this looks like a lot here. For me, it's not. But you could use a 1/4 cup of oatmeal. Start with that instead of a half a cup. It just depends on who and what you are, what you're trying to do. If you're somebody trying to maybe put on a little weight or something like that, you could put a 1 serving of creatine in there with it also and have it. Anyway, this is a warm breakfast, which is much better than a cold breakfast. Tomorrow I'm going to show you a cold breakfast. I prefer warm breakfast, whether it was the one I did yesterday with the eggs and oatmeal, or this, or a couple other I have that I'm going to show you. But warm is better, because then I like to have my my meals of blender drinks later on in the day. Anyway, so this right here is whopping full of protein, carbs for energy, fiber, and water to pass everything through you, make you healthy, keep the body healthy, functioning good. Well, watch for tomorrow, and I'm going to show you another one. But again, remember, you can alter this in any way you want to make it to your taste, liking, and amount that you can do. Even if you're not used to eating breakfast, you need to eat half a banana every morning. You'll get used to it, your body will like it, and it'll start craving it and using real foods for real energy. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you want to. Thanks. Have a great day.